Hi, everybody. We're back with the Halloween Psychic Fair Psychics. We have another great psychic who's working with us, a lot of experience. As you know, we have got the best psychics out there. And so here we go. This is Pam Griffith, and she is going to be there to work for the month of October. And what do you do, Pam?
I do tarot and I do clairvoyant readings.
So it's good. So a lot of people know what tarot is. But clairvoyant reading has become something that's a lot of people aren't familiar with. But how did you get there? How did you get into doing tarot and clairvoyant? How did you learn how to do this?
For me, it's been a very long path. I've been on the path for 51 years this fall. I've always heard voices. I've always been aware someone else is around.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Appalachia, West Virginia. So back there, it's not so uncommon. And you were just like Aunt so-and-so, or you had premonitions like Uncle so-and-so. So I've always been comfortable with it. And by allowing my comfort zone to be there, I've always been able to pick up on it. I've been very fortunate that I was able to live how I did. And I've just perfected my craft over the years. Tarot reading started when I was probably about 10, 11 years old. I got started interested in that. And I've been reading since then. And the clairvoyance has always been around. It's kind of weird if I don't hear it. You know, you get used to those whispers or hearing things or just knowing that feeling that somebody else is there. So I'm never really alone. So it's kind of cool.
So when you talk about clairvoyance, how do you mean it? I mean, different people have different aspects of it.
I don't physically hear like someone whispering in your ear. I hear it. It's more in your head. It's like you'll hear hello and you'll look around. Like you'll hear someone call your name and nobody else has heard it. You'll hear a door close or open or just a noise, something like whispering in your ear, and no one's there and no one else has heard it. So it's more the psychic energy. You have to be open and aware to it. It's like once you plug in, you become very aware of everything. Most people just pass it off. It's the wind, it's, this, it's that, it's something else, it's a house cooling down. Once you become psychically aware, and once you become infused with that energy and start seeing the energy fields, then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I feel that, I see that, I hear that. So for me, it's more of I hear because it is a sound that I'm familiar with. It's a name, it's a voice, it's a whisper, is what it is perceived to me to be. Other people, it smells, it's sights, that little something out of the corner of your eye. But for me, it's more of I hear something or it's a noise I hear. And people are like, oh, I didn't hear that. You'll hear a door close and none of the doors are closed, but I'll hear a door open. So it's that kind of thing. You hear, but it's I guess the way that you understand it. That's how everybody is. You interpret what you see by your experiences. So that's why when people see accidents and they get, police try to get, firsthand accounts of what went on, everybody's got a different story because whatever you see, you interpret in your experience. So in my experience, I may never seen an elephant. So to me, it might look more like a kangaroo, so it is how I experience it. So someone and I could have the same experience and have two completely different versions of it. So everybody's different. I like to think of it as flavors or colors. Everybody has a different one, but it's all sort of the same stream. We're all feeding into the same energy, but it's just our different ways of picking it up.
And so that's very well explained. I think people will understand that. And so we're going to be doing readings. So we're doing 15 to 30 minutes readings. What type of length do you like to do readings? Do you think is a good time for you?
Oh, for me, I don't like the 5-minute readings. I get windy, as you just heard. I can talk for an hour. I prefer a little bit longer because when I'm reading, sometimes you read something and it can't be quickly explained. You have to talk and you have to explain what you're seeing so the other person can understand what's going on. So my readings usually, when I do a reading, they last anywhere from 15 minutes to a half an hour. Is a pretty good time for like a 5-card spread or more. If we go into the deep spreads, which I've done in the past, I can do 2-hour readings if we're doing like, a 12-card spread, because then you get very intricate. But usually a 5 to 7-card reading is about a half an hour reading.
Good. So people know you can buy a 15-minute reading, but you get more out of it if you do buy the 30-minute reading. So that
It gives us a little bit more chance to talk to you and just feel out you.
Absolutely. And of course, that sort of thing. So you're also a teacher, and I'm hoping that you'll be teaching some classes there. We're going to be offering classes, and so on the site. So we're going to have a class pass so people can take a lot of classes, because people really want to know this stuff. But you're an experienced teacher.
Yes, I taught at a community college level. I taught holistic healthcare. I taught a class on actually Wicca, which was interesting that I actually got students for that. And I taught a class on, it was more of a self-healing class. So it was more like a Reiki type class where we did energy healings of all different types. The classes were held at the community college in the classrooms. And it was a non-credit course, of course, but people actually signed up, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of people came that were totally not knowing what to expect, and everybody left with a really good feeling about it, especially the Wicca classes, because we went into it on a mainstream basis and just saying, what is it? What do we do? All those kinds of fun things that you hear people say. I wish I did ride a broom, because let me tell you, it cut out on the gas for me. It'd be so much easier on my pocketbook. But we talked about what it was, the history of it, and not really going in depth, but more or less going on the mainstream, so people understood that, yes, we are a religion. Yes, we're normal people. We have normal jobs. I actually have a mundane job that I do. I'm an accountant. How much more mundane can you get than that? So, it's kind of like a philosophy course, and it was very, very well accepted in the area. It was in the Washington, Baltimore area. So the DC Baltimore area is a pagan mecca. So it was very well received.
Exceptional. And then hopefully maybe you'll teach that course with us, that class. We'll see. We're going to have a number of classes. So the last thing is that Halloween is a great time of year. I hope you love Halloween.
My favorite holiday forever.
HalloweenPsychicFair.com, because, in this year of COVID, we've, a lot of psychics have not been able to get their venues if they were not, that sort of thing. And we're also going to be using this in part to raise money for a food program. We're going to do food and seed bank program. It's going to be part of the proceeds. Will go to help us out and help a lot of the readers, as I've mentioned. And so this year we got, not only does the month begin with a full moon, it ends with a full moon. And so we're going to have a lot of energy and everything else. And you'll be able to get to Pam, and she'll be working throughout the month and at various times, and she'll be available in many different ways to do tarot and clairvoyance. Anything else you'd like to leave people with?
Well, I'm going to do a shameless plug for Witch Hat Chats.
You should.
I should, yes. I co-host that. It's a weekly broadcast where we have authors and musicians and just really cool witchy people come on. My co-host is Nikki, and we just have a lot of fun with it. And we do have a little witch cabinet that we do. We explain things, and some of our guest hosts are some awesome authors. And this month in October, we are jam-packed with people. It is very, very exciting for us. Look for us on Facebook at Witch Hat Chats, and just tune in. All of our episodes are on there. Tune in and let us know how you think. And if you have something that you want to share with us, please let us know.
And it can be across CMN Broadcasting, and we will be broadcasting that in part with the Halloween Psychic Fair too. So you'll get a chance to see it and join us with that. Well, thank you so much for being with me today. And we're excited about it. We're going to get more information on there, and we'll be broadcasting more, and we'll bring Pam back on. And so this is your first introduction to Pam. I hope you book it. Go to HalloweenPsychics.com check her out her page and go ahead and book her. She's going to be out there. And so thank you, folks. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And blessed be.
Blessed be.